Welcome back, guys. I'm very happy to be able to make another face cam video because it's been a while, posting like tons of music remixes. My final boss musics as well. You guys seem to enjoy it, so I'm pretty happy with that. And today we're going to be talking about tomorrow's pay-per-view because I'm recording this on Friday, November 25th. We're going to be talking about Survivor Series WarGames. Basically, I'm just gonna go run through the matches, give you my predictions, what I think of them, etc., etc. It's just cool sit-down video, okay? Don't expect much on screen, okay? It's almost as a podcast. Don't mention the Heelish podcast, I don't know where that's going. So yeah, just a sit-down video where I'll talk to you guys about Survivor Series, the matches, my predictions, etc., etc. Just sit down, fun video. So, I'm gonna go straight to it. If you guys want to subscribe, okay, it would help out a lot. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as fast as I can. So, it doesn't cost anything. Just go below, drop a subscribe, okay? Like the video, comment, share it. I would really appreciate it. I checked my stats, okay? Fun fact. I checked my stats on YouTube, and there is a stat that tells you how many people that watch your videos are subscribed, like in the last 28 days. Based on all the views that you got across all your videos, how many of these viewers were subscribed to your channel? I checked, and people usually complain because they have like a 23% subscribe, 17, 15% subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 1.5. 1.5% of my viewers are actually subscribed. This means that 98.5 are not subscribed. So I made a fun math equation, whatever. And if, okay, by some miracle, okay, I don't know how, if by some miracle everybody who watched my videos would subscribe, so the 98.5% of people that aren't subscribed would subscribe to my channel, I would currently be at 55,000 subscribers. But I'm at 700, which is incredible, okay? I'm extremely thankful. I love you guys. And I'm just having fun on here. But like, so the morality of it, just if you enjoy the content, if you like what I do, you want to see more, etc., please just subscribe, okay? It doesn't cost anything. If in a couple of weeks you don't even like my content anymore, you can just unsubscribe later, but it would really mean the world to me. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can. I'm putting in a lot of work on my YouTube channel, and that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for all the support. I'd love for you guys to subscribe, but you do you. So let's get into the video. I don't want to waste too much of your time. By the way, I'll have my cell phone, okay, right here, so I can, because I've got some notes on all the matches, the participants, my predictions, informations I've seen online, etc. So if you see this light shining on me and just me looking down, just looking at my cell phone through the notes and stuff. Alright, so the event will be tomorrow on November 26th. I believe it should start around 8 p.m. Eastern, for Eastern time. Don't ask me for other times, I've got no clue. Alright, there are 5 matches currently announced, but please note that I'm recording this before SmackDown. It's currently 7:46 p.m. and SmackDown begins at 8, so in 14 minutes. I could have waited, I'll give it to you. But yeah, I've decided to do it right now. So chances are there could be a match added. In theory, they should also announce the final member of Team Bianca Belair. So I'll go from what I got right now, and things will probably change based on SmackDown tonight. First match, the women's WarGames match. We just talked about it. So it's gonna be Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and to be announced, which should be announced tonight, versus Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley in a 5-on-5 WarGames match. So, the rivalry pretty much began with having Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Damage Control, the whole rivalry in all of this. And it turned out that WarGames was coming up, and they just both decided to build their own teams and go to war. Now, who do I think would win the match. A thing to consider is that I just need to check. The WarGames advantage is to Bailey's team. If you don't know, okay, I'll quickly explain the WarGames match if you don't know what it is. You have two teams, okay? And basically, there are 5 competitors, and only, okay, the WarGame structure, you've seen it, it's 2 rings side by side surrounded by a cage, okay? So it's like an extended steel cage. And so you have 1 competitor from each team starting in the match, you know, facing one another. The team that has the advantage is the team that will send a member in first. So, for example, here, Bailey's team has the advantage. So it means that, for example, Io Sky and Alexa Bliss will start in the match. They will face each other. After 5 minutes, the team with the advantage will send a member. So it's Bailey's team, so they could send in Dakota Kai. After 5 minutes, it's now time for Bianca's team to send a member to even the odds. After another 5 minutes, Bailey's team sends a member, and etc, etc. Okay? And so this continues until all members are in the ring, and once all 10 fighters are in the ring, the match officially begins. Okay? Once the match officially begins, you can win by either pinfall, submission, KO, etc. It's important to note that if not all members are in the match, so if you're in the beginning process or you're 4 or 5, whatever, you cannot win the match. You've got to wait until everybody gets in. So the goal before the match officially begins is just to inflict as much pain and damage on your opponent as you can. So the WarGames advantage is pretty big. It's pretty important. So considering that Bailey's team has the advantage, it already gives them, well, a big advantage in the match. So looking at it, Bailey's team is in need of a win. Okay, because yes, Io and Dakota have recaptured the Women's Tag Team Championships, but with Bailey failing to capture the Raw Women's Championship after such a while, and I'm mad about that, okay? I think they should have put the title on Bailey, but okay. They're in need of a win. Okay, now before I say my final prediction, let's go through some events that I think could happen in the match. What I mean by that is that, for example, Alexa Bliss, she recently, when she did her entrances, when she was in a backstage, my bad, segment being interviewed and stuff, there was some Bray Wyatt hints, you know, there was this Firefly logo appearing on screen, etc, etc. So people are wondering if there's anything that's going to happen between Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, if they're going to, like, link the two in any sort of way. So there could be something where Bliss is about to hit a move, and then once again there is another Bray Wyatt thing. It might distract her, and it might cost them the win. I don't think they would go that far, but there will probably be a Bray Wyatt event or whatever linked to Bray Wyatt happening to Alexa Bliss at some point in the match. Another thing we've got to talk about is the final member that will be announced tonight. Okay. So in the next couple of hours, I don't know when they'll announce it, it should be announced the final member for Team Bianca Belair. Now, the rumored wrestlers to be this final member, I've seen Charlotte Flair being thrown around, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Okay, those are 3 of the 4 horsewomen, and all 3 of them are not here at the moment. There's only Bayley that is competing, that is a current active wrestler. Charlotte Flair has been out ever since she lost her championship. Has been taking a long deserved break, okay, because she was there non-stop. Becky Lynch, same thing. After failing to recapture the Raw Women's Championship, she just disappeared. And Sasha Banks, we all know the story. It is rumored that Sasha Banks could return to WWE at any moment at this point. So returning in the WarGames match to face Bayley, longtime rival, and then help out Bianca, which the relationship between these two has always been interesting. You know, they've been rivals, they've been friends, etc, etc. They've main evented WrestleMania together. So for this match, my guess would be on Sasha Banks. She's the one that makes the most sense, like, to add in the match. But depends if they want to bring her back, okay? Also take into consideration that it could be someone like Dana Brooke, because of what happened with Nikki Cross in the 24/7 Championship. Could be someone like Lacey Evans. Okay, I'm not saying these are bad wrestlers, but just not as big of names as, like, Charlotte Flair is, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks, you know? So we'll have to wait and see. my final prediction is that Bianca Belair's team will pick up the win, giving them some momentum and just finally ending the rivalry between Damage Control and Bianca Belair and all of her friends. It's already been 10 minutes. I've only talked about one match. This is what we like to see. I hope you guys are still here. If you are, I love you. Say I love you back in the comments to know who are the real ones. Next up, we're staying in the women's matches. Singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It is Ronda Rousey, the champion, of course, defending against Shotzi. This match, I've read and heard a lot about it, and it's pretty clear. You know, it's 99%. Chances are that Ronda Rousey will retain her SmackDown Women's Championship, because at the moment she's the best option for WWE. And Shotzi, even though she's great, she hasn't had enough experience, I believe, and she needs more time to be ready to finally have like a championship run. So Ronda Rousey will retain the title. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the match, because Shayna Baszler, who is currently Ronda Rousey's like lackey or something, is involved. So it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do with it, you know? Are they just going to stay together and we're not going to talk about it? Are they going to finally turn one against the other? My prediction is that after the match or on SmackDown, whatever, Shayna Baszler is going to turn on Ronda Rousey. It's going to set up a match for the Royal Rumble, okay? Because technically at WrestleMania, Ronda Rousey would defend the championship against Becky Lynch, because they've wanted to have this one-on-one match for a while, which was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 35. Now we're at WrestleMania 39. So the Royal Rumble, you would have Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, good story, good match, but Ronda Rousey would retain, facing Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for the title, which Becky would probably win. So yeah, I don't have much to say about this match. It's going to be a great opportunity for Shotzi to like showcase her skills, show the world what she can truly do, because a lot of people see her as an underdog, so it's going to be her time to shine. That's pretty much it for this match. My prediction, Ronda Rousey retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. Next up, AJ Styles with the OC, so Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and technically Mia Yim, that's what they say. Because she's going to be in the WarGames match, so that's why I'm not sure. Versus Finn Balor, who's going to be with the Judgment Day. So Damon Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. Same thing. We don't know if both women will be there. You know, it depends in what order they'll put the matches. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. I'll clearly forget. But that's fine. So yeah, rivalry. It's going to be honestly an insane match, seeing AJ Styles and Finn Balor go at it again, if like they give them the time and opportunity to have a good match. Because if they just give them 10 minutes, it won't be incredible. But if you give them like a good 20-25 minutes, trust me, it's going to be a classic. The man who founded the club, the Bullet Club, sorry, versus the leader right after. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, two of the greatest wrestlers WWE have at the moment. So it's going to be a classic. And also considering that there is the OC and the Judgment Day there, it's going to be interesting to see if they just watch and see. They're probably going to end up brawling. So I honestly think this could go either way. I've read, once again, a lot about it and listened to podcasts and videos, etc. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. Because I was wondering who would win, because, as I said, it could really go either way. People say AJ Styles is in need of a win because he hasn't won a pay-per-view match in a long time. But they also, like, currently they really want to push the Judgment Day and Finn Balor, because they think there is something there. So I'll go with this, honestly. My final prediction is for Finn Balor to win the match. Okay, once again, some cheapy tactic. Maybe a new member in the Judgment Day, we never know. But just, yeah, giving the win to Finn Balor, because I'm pretty sure they want to capitalize more on the Judgment Day than they want to capitalize on the club. Okay, I don't think Mia Yim will stay there for a while. She'll probably, once all of this is done, she'll just go compete in the women's division. By the way, I love Mia Yim. She's done good work recently, and I honestly think she could be a future women's champion. So, who knows? And also Rhea Ripley, okay? I think it's time to push Rhea Ripley. Everybody loves her, all the fans. She's done some incredible work. She has the physique, she has the strength, she has the in-ring skills, she has the mic skills. She's got everything on her side. So she could actually be the one to defeat Bianca Belair, which I would love. And sorry, my eyes hurt. And be the one to finally win the Raw Women's Championship. So my prediction: Finn Balor beats AJ Styles. Don't have much to say about it, but I honestly think it could go either way. Okay. The fourth match is a very interesting one. It's a triple threat match for the United States Championship. So the champion Seth Rollins defends against Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. Seth Rollins, okay, first of all, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and also he's done an incredible job recently. Okay, let's be honest. Defending his United States Championship, he's had some great matches, some great rivalries. For the past 2 years, man, rivalry with Edge, with Cody Rhodes, a little bit with Roman Reigns. Gold. It's pure gold. So, looking at this match, first thing you see, you're like, okay, keep the title on Seth Rollins. Okay, he's keeping Monday Night Raw alive. He's almost like the main champion since Roman Reigns isn't always there. And he makes it feel special. Thing is, WWE are big on Bobby Lashley at the moment. Okay, and I've heard a lot of rumors that Bobby Lashley would actually regain the United States Championship. Okay, though at least it wouldn't be Seth Rollins that would be pinned. From what I've heard, okay, there is my opinion, there is their opinion, and there is the actual result. Okay, take everything into consideration. Austin Theory has been doing a great job recently. Been like mad and a whole change in his attitude ever since he lost the Money in the Bank. Well, he failed to cash it in on Seth Rollins, which was a good idea. We're not going to talk about the cash-in itself because I think it was stupid and they messed it up. And once again, the value of the Money in the Bank is decreased. That's just my opinion. So, what did I note? Yeah, Bobby Lashley, after taking care of Brock Lesnar, well, he lost to him. But after this whole business with Brock Lesnar, he wants his United States Championship back because he lost it pretty much due to Brock Lesnar. So, we'll have to see. Okay? Some events that could happen, okay, during the match, there could be, once again, Brock Lesnar coming after Bobby Lashley. It's not very possible, okay, because from what I've heard, the Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar 3, so the ending to the sequel, because Bobby Lashley won one match, Brock Lesnar won the other one, so it would all end with one final match at WrestleMania. That's what I've heard, okay? It doesn't mean it's true. It could be tomorrow night. No, it could be Monday night on Raw, okay? You know what I mean. There could be Mustafa Ali, okay, interfering because he's been big on, like, winning the United States Championship. Finally getting a shot, but it was kind of botched and everything. So he could interfere and just attack people and just want the championship. So I really don't know, okay? I honestly feel like it would be stupid to give the title to anyone else than Seth Rollins. So I'm going to stay with my prediction that Seth Rollins will retain. But the fact that so many people claim that it could be Bobby Lashley winning the championship. One thing that is pretty sure, though, is that the person being pinned in this match will be Austin Theory, okay? Austin Theory will take the pin. He'll deliver a great match, okay? The match, honestly, I think will be great because you've got 3 different wrestlers. Okay, you've got Seth Rollins, which is pretty much a high flyer / technician. You've got Bobby Lashley, the powerhouse. And then Theory, which is more of a striker, let's say. So, striker technician. So, it's going to be interesting to see all 3 different styles. And honestly, I think it's going to be a great match. My prediction, Seth Rollins will retain the United States Championship. Pinning Austin Theory. Hey, I'm good tonight, huh? Whew. Alright. The final match, it's been 20 minutes now. I think there will be another 10 minutes for this match because it's big and I have a lot to say about it. Once again, if you're here after all this time, I really appreciate it. And let's get into it. So, the final match, the men's WarGames match. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn taking on Sheamus, Butch, Ridge Holland, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. Yeah, so I'm lost. By the way, okay, fun fact, I have a concussion right now, so that's why I can be lost. Happens, you know. So I have some kind of memory loss or whatever, but it happens. Okay, it's fine. All right, so you've got the Bloodline on one side and like the improved, let's say, Brawling Brutes on the other. They're revolving around Roman Reigns versus Sheamus, which is interesting because it seems like they want to give a push to Sheamus. So it means that at the Royal Rumble, we could see Roman Reigns defending the championships against Sheamus, or it could be on a random SmackDown episode, but chances are they'll be doing it for the Royal Rumble. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, quickly going back on the triple threat match. The only reason I would see Seth Rollins losing is because there was many rumors of Rollins going after Reigns. Okay, so Rollins would lose the title, and then at the Royal Rumble, okay, let's say the thing with Sheamus ends like at a SmackDown in December. At the Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins would take on Roman Reigns once again, and having another great match and stuff after being U.S. champion. So you know what? I'm a capitalize on that rumor, and I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley wins the United States Championship, and Seth Rollins goes after Roman Reigns after this. So I changed my prediction. Okay, I'll give all my final predictions at the end. Okay. Coming back to the men's WarGames match. So for this match, there are, first of all, the WarGames advantage. It will be decided tonight, I think, because I haven't seen who has the WarGames advantage. Okay. I'll keep on talking, but at the same time, I'll check who has the WarGames advantage. Yeah, WarGames advantage on the line as Drew McIntyre and Sheamus battle the Usos. So it will be Drew McIntyre and Sheamus facing the Usos. Whichever team wins brings on the WarGames advantage. I believe the WarGames advantage will go to the Brutes. Okay. Usually in the WarGames, they give the advantage to the heels because, you know, you have this 5 minutes where it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 4-on-2, etc. And as the heels, they always use the numbers advantage. But I believe they'll actually give the WarGames advantage to the Brawling Brutes so that you can have the whole bloodline always be outnumbered. And then the final member of the bloodline, being Roman Reigns, comes in, slow walk on the ramp, takes like a chair or something, gets in the ring and destroys everybody. I want to see that, okay? I'd pay a lot of money to see this. So I believe they'll give the WarGames advantage to Sheamus and Drew McIntyre and the whole team. Some events that could happen in the match. Many people claim that it's actually going to be the end of the bloodline or the beginning of the end for the bloodline. So there will clearly be something with Sami Zayn. Okay, there are two scenarios I see happening with Sami Zayn and the whole bloodline ending. Number one, Sami Zayn is, you know, the bloodline dominates, and it's now Sami Zayn's time to like hit his finisher to win the match or whatever. But the person he has to hit his finisher on is Kevin Owens. Okay, and whilst he would probably do it, he will still have that like 2 seconds of hesitation and being like, do I do it? And that 2 seconds of hesitation will turn into a stunner from Kevin Owens, and they will lose the match because of it. Okay, that's my first theory. So because Sami Zayn hesitates to attack his former best friend, it will lead to the whole bloodline losing the match, which on Friday night the bloodline will just get him out of here because he cost them a big WarGames match. Second scenario I see is just having something between him and Jey Uso. Okay, they get in a fight, in an argument, etc., etc., and it ends up that their argument cost them the match because while they're arguing, like Sheamus hits a broad kick on Jey Uso, Sami Zayn gets like thrown out, whatever, and they lose the match because Sami and Jey Uso had a big argument. And since Jey Uso is still blood, he'll stay in the bloodline, but Sami Zayn will be out. And this will begin something where he will team back with Kevin Owens to take on the Usos and to capture the Tag Team Championships, possibly at WrestleMania. Okay? So, on honestly, there isn't much more to say about this match. I think this is very plausible, let's say. So I think the winners of this match will be the Brawling Brutes. Okay, for many reasons. First of all, you want to show that the Bloodline isn't invincible because they still have many championships and they've defeated pretty much everyone. So having them lose the War Games shows that they're not unstoppable, that they can lose, so on and so on. Second of all, it brings an end to the Bloodline. And third of all, creates new rivalries and stuff. So, you know, having Sheamus go after Roman Reigns, having maybe another small rivalry between Solo Sikoa and Drew McIntyre, and then having Sami Zayn being kicked out. You know, you can have like many weeks of it with the whole Sami Zayn slowly getting kicked out of the Bloodline. It can be interesting because one thing to note is that there is no pay-per-view in between Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble. Okay, Survivor Series is tomorrow on November 26th, and the Royal Rumble is like end of January. So for all of December and like for the next 2 months, basically, there will be no premium live events. So they have to find some stuff to do in the meantime. So that's why they might take their time and slowly get to something. Okay. So I'll recap my predictions quickly for all the matches. So for the women's War Games match, my final prediction: Bianca Belair's team. So Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and to be announced, which should be Sasha Banks, will win the match. Ronda Rousey will retain her SmackDown Women's Championship against Shotzi. Finn Balor with the Judgment Day will defeat AJ Styles, who is with the OC. And then Bobby Lashley will beat Seth Rollins and Austin Theory to win the United States Championship, which will lead to Seth Rollins going after Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion of the World. And finally, the men's War Games match, talking about the Bloodline. The Bloodline, in my opinion, will lose against the Brawling Brutes. So Sheamus, Butch, Ridge Holland, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens will pick up the win in the men's War Games match. For the match order, I remember it. I believe they'll do something close to what I did, okay? I believe they'll begin with the women's War Games match, then go for AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, then the SmackDown Women's Championship, then the Triple Threat, then the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then the men's War Game. So, women's War Games, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, Triple Threat, Shotzi, Ronda Rousey, and men's War Games match. I believe that's the order they'll go for. Remember that there is still SmackDown. It's already started. So there can be 1 or 2 matches added onto the card. Okay, maybe like Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. It's possible. Also know that there could be some changes. First of all, we'll know the final member to Team Bianca Belair. So this could have a big impact on the night. There could be some people injured. There can be many things happening from now until just tomorrow night. Okay, it's in 24 hours, but there can be a lot happening. So those were my predictions. It's a pretty long video. Tell me in the comments if you guys enjoyed it, please. Okay, leave a comment. Talk about anything. I don't care. Just let me know what you think about it. Facecam videos, I don't do many of them. Okay, I focus on music, which is pretty much what you guys like. But once in a while, once in a month, or a bit more frequently, I like to do some other types of videos. Changes from what I do originally, so I don't get tired of doing the same thing on and on and on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you liked it. What are your predictions for tomorrow night's Survivor Series War Games? 5 matches, maybe more to be added to the card. It's gonna be a big night. Big show friendly. First time that it's not brand versus brand for Survivor Series ever since the brand split. So it's gonna be a redefining night for the WWE, and they can really put on a great event. So that's pretty much it. I'll try to update you guys on YouTube, on Instagram. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so check the community tab of my YouTube channel, and I'll tell you guys maybe if I go live after or before the show, whatever, just so you know what I'm doing for all the show. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in a next music video. I'm recording this as an added bonus in the video. Okay, I've got Twitter here. telling me that the final member of Team Bianca Belair is Becky Lynch. Okay, Becky Lynch has returned and is the 5th member of Team Bianca. So I still think Team Bianca will win. Becky Lynch is back. The man is back. That's pretty much it.